Ladies and gentlemen, imagine if all you had to do to attract wealth, success, and happiness was to think about it. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But that's exactly what the law of attraction proposes. Whether you've tapped into this phenomenon or you're a critical skeptic, the fact remains that this concept has captivated millions. Is there actually a kernel of truth in this attractive law? Stick around, and you might just find the answers that could change the trajectory of your life. Our brain, an intricate network nestled in our skull, isn't just any organ. It is a formidable problem-solving powerhouse. It's meticulously evolved to navigate the myriad challenges we've encountered throughout human history. But here lies the twist. When we fervently focus on our deepest desires, our brain starts to align our actions towards achieving them. Suddenly, the path to losing weight, accumulating wealth, or meeting the love of your life becomes paved with opportunities that, ironically, have always existed around us. Now let's be real. If manifesting dreams were as simple as thinking them into existence, wouldn't we all be living in our own version of paradise? That's the puzzle we'll untangle today. There are common pitfalls that most folks fall into, irreparably derailing their quest for success. Understanding these traps is pivotal to leveraging the true essence of the law of attraction. Firstly, let's confront the glaring issue that plagues modern life: distraction. Innumerable individuals immerse themselves in the fleeting pleasures of binge-watching, social media scrolling, or various other vices. What they're really doing is powering down their innate problem-solving capabilities. If your goal is to spearhead a flourishing business venture, but you're constantly seeking refuge in escapism, you're deliberately inhibiting your brain from functioning at its fullest potential. Next up, we tackle the quagmire of attempting to resolve what is inherently unsolvable. Nursing toxic relationships or pining over past regrets is like asking your brain to fetch water with a sieve. Futile. Recognizing when to cut your losses and redirect your energy towards constructively solvable challenges is a lesson that many sadly learn too late. What about cognitive dissonance? That's right, folks. The third obstacle is the irony of holding contradictory beliefs. You might yearn for a fulfilling relationship while at the same time succumbing to self-defeating thoughts that convince you you're unworthy of love. This tug of war in your mind nullifies any progress you could have made. The brutal truth is, our minds need a clear and consistent goal, free of conflict, to navigate towards. Lastly, the virtue of patience, or should we say, the lack thereof. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a six-figure business. The journey to real and sustainable achievement is not a sprint. It's an ultra-marathon of persistence and unwavering faith in your own capabilities. Here's the bottom line that many don't always appreciate. The law of attraction isn't about idle musings or wishful thinking. It's about fixating on a tangible goal, purging your mind from self-defeating noise, and pursuing that objective with relentless focus and dedication, for as long as it takes. So, as we delve deeper into the intricacies of the law of attraction, remember to ask the question: is your problem-solving machine cranked up? Or are you just passively waiting for the universe to hand you everything on a silver platter? By the end of this discussion, I invite you to share your takeaway and what you plan to implement in your life. If this video has sparked a fire within you, tossed away any smidge of doubt, or simply armed you with one more weapon for your arsenal of success, feel free to acknowledge the value it has added to your life. And gentlemen, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and smash the notification bell to not only join our community of strong, successful males but also to ensure that you are always one stride ahead in the marathon towards personal excellence. Remember, part of the strength of the divine masculine is the continuous commitment to growth, wisdom, and self-mastery. Embrace the lifelong learning, tap into the wisdom that speaks within you, and if the modern life dating arena has you puzzled, consider applying this law of attraction to decipher it. With the knowledge bestowed upon you today, gauge the areas of your life where you can actively apply these principles. Is it in your financial wisdom, investments, or the complex world of real estate? Perhaps you're navigating the tempestuous seas of medical insurance or figuring out the intricacies of online banking. Whatever the kasebe at marketing and advertising strategies, software revolutions, or automotive innovations, you're well equipped to adopt smart money tactics and make the law of attraction work in your favor. And so, as we draw this discussion to a close, remember, the strongest male hero ever isn't just a figment of fiction, it's a narrative you can craft for yourself, day by day, thought by thought, action by action. Have you ever felt like you're hammering away at your goals, and despite your best efforts, the universe keeps throwing you curveballs? What if I told you that those rejections and missed shots are actually stepping stones towards your success? Welcome to an eye-opening journey where we'll dive deep into a concept that not only revolutionized my life but can also turn the tides in your favor, regardless of what you're pursuing. Stick around until the very end, and you might just uncover the key to unlocking a cycle of wins, whether in business, love, or any personal quest. Trust me, this is something you don't want to miss. Venture back with me to my days as a greenhorn in door-to-door sales, where compensation hinged solely on commissions, a tough gig that could see you toil for 60 hours, only to have your pockets echo with emptiness. Yet, the one gem that made this grueling job worthwhile was the unforgettable lesson it taught me: the law of averages. Allow me to set the scene. My task was to sell telecommunication packages, trekking street by street, knocking on potential customers' doors. My encounters would typically feature three types of people. First, there were the hard-nosed customers. These folks were as firm as concrete in their decisions, completely satisfied with their current provider, leaving no room for even the most tantalizing pitch. It's no exaggeration when I say that some would rather introduce you to their dog than change their plans. On the other side of the spectrum, we had the easy consumers, a rare breed that made up about 10% of potential clients. They were the ones already on the fence with their providers, and if you just stumbled upon them, you were golden. No sales artistry required, just don't mess up the paperwork, and voila, you've sealed the deal. In between these two extremes were the medium difficulty consumers. These individuals didn't hold any strong opinions. Their feelings toward their existing provider were lukewarm at best, and though they weren't out shopping for a change, they weren't totally closed off to it either. These encounters were the real tests of salesmanship. Now, the magic happens with the law of averages, which states that the outcomes will balance out with enough attempts. Whether door after door greeted me with a scowl or a slam, this law reassured me that persistence was my ally. I still remember the day it all clicked: a grueling 10-hour stretch in a towering apartment building where every door just added to my frustration. But just as I was about to write off the law of averages as a myth, lo and behold, the last 3 doors I knocked on were home to eager clients ready to make the switch. Fast forward through the years, and the law of averages became more than a sales technique, it became a philosophy for life. It's not limited to selling. It can make a significant impact on every goal you set, be it finding a partner, landing your dream job, or gaining recognition for your creative endeavors. Let me be frank, you will face a barrage of hard rejections, it's part and parcel of the process. But the triumph lies in the numbers. The more you face rejection boldly, the closer you are to the yes you've been working towards. Desire a fulfilling relationship? Step out with confidence and meet more people. Dreaming of a fulfilling career? Get your name out there and apply widely. Long to be applauded for your creativity? Continue crafting and showcasing your work. Each rejection is not a full stop but rather a comma in the ongoing sentence of your endeavors. This is the beautiful, unyielding essence of the law of averages. Remember, life's a relentless numbers game, and the odds might not always be in your favor, but he who dares to continue playing is bound to emerge victorious. Now, let's take a moment to consider the implications here. If you appreciate this perspective shift and plan to implement this strategy in your life, I'd love to hear about it. How are you planning to leverage the law of averages to your advantage? Share your action plans, and let's build a community of winners who understand that sometimes, you have to lose a few cards to ultimately win the hand. Before we wrap up, I'll leave you with this final thought. Every step you take is a calculated risk towards a larger goal. Life will test your resolve, your patience, and your will to succeed. But armed with the law of averages and a dauntless spirit, the world can be yours. And for those who found this insight valuable, feel free to leave a tip as a token of appreciation. Find the link in the description and support the channel for more empowering content like this. Remember, with every like, subscribe, and bell notification you hit, you're not just supporting the channel, you're cementing your commitment to changing your life with the golden rules we discuss here. Stay determined, ride the waves of rejection, and pave your way to success with the law of averages. Here's to the start of your winning streak.